Like we're about to get a huge scene this week. The scene we have been waiting for all season. Talking about spoilers, so if you don't want those, bye. I think we're getting the love confession scene on the beach. Like, I think we are. Makes me want to dive into why this scene is so completely necessary to see the character development, character growth that we need to see from Conrad Fisher. I just gotta warm up for a sec to defend Conrad Fisher. All right, I'm good. One of the most vital ingredients we need to see a proper character arc from Conrad is to see him be a little more selfish. Trust me, it's necessary. And while we're talking about it, what we need to see from him by the end of the season for full character development, a beautiful character arc, is we need to see him become a little bit selfless. Some might say these two need what the other one has. Let's talk a little bit more about that. So we got the scene with Conrad and Laurel at the diner where he convinces her to go to Belly's bridal shower. At the end of the conversation, she asks him, which is a line from the book, she says, "What interest do you have in all of this?" Because I just want Belly, I just want Jeremiah to be happy. And she says, "And what about you, Conrad? When do you get to be happy?" For 3 seasons, we have seen him put himself on the back burner for the people that he loves. His heart was to protect Jeremiah, to keep his promise to his mom, to protect Belly. I'm not saying that this was the right choice. I do think his heart was always in the right place. In this season, we have seen so much growth from him, but he still cannot get past one thing. He can't be honest about how he feels. Truthfully, he's just self-sabotaging. So in order for us to see Conrad actually develop fully as a character, like it or not, we need to see him be a little bit selfish. We need him to say how he feels. We need him to lay it all out there because we know that is what's hardest for him. That is the biggest thing that he has to overcome. I don't know if you noticed small glimpses of him actually starting to do this in the first couple of episodes. When he decided to not go to the memorial because he had a job, I was like, oh my God, this is the first time this boy is doing something for himself. That might seem super backwards and selfish. He never does anything selfish, at least not from selfish motivation. Him prioritizing himself, saying, I have a job, it's an amazing opportunity, I can't go to this thing, actually growth for him. I would even argue that the sassy Connie that we got in this car season 2, also like a little bit of growth for him. We started to see him act this way because he cares. I'm not saying it was mature. I'm not saying it was the right thing for him to do, but I do think it was growth. Because true to character, Conrad would just shut down. But then we know that wasn't true or mature growth because then we got this scene. Now, in the same way that we need to see Conrad be more selfish for his character to develop, we need to see Jeremiah become selfless by the end of this season to see his character develop. Whereas Conrad is predominantly selfless, Jeremiah is predominantly selfish. Our work on the dock is one of Jeremiah's famous selfish scenes. Him encouraging Nicole to take Conrad to the music festival. Another thing based off of selfish ambition. One thing I thought was interesting in season 1 is how everyone says that Jeremiah wouldn't be caught dead going to the dead ball. I just feel like that is not in line with his character. Jeremiah, I see on the screen, love to go to a dead ball. What do you mean? We got the So Pretty scene at the country club. This man loves the spotlight. I think that what they were saying was Jeremiah doesn't do what he doesn't want to do. Then obviously in season 3, he asks Belly to marry him because he's trying to fix what happened in Cabo, and nothing about this wedding is what Belly wants. Yet there's never a pause with Jeremiah. There's never a wait, maybe this is not what we should be doing. Maybe this is not the wedding that Belly has dreamt of. Maybe this is not even the wedding that Belly deserves. There's no pause. It's just whatever he wants to do. I do think we saw a glimpse of the growth here as well. I think this was probably the most mature Jeremiah we've seen. He's like, if you want to be with her, tell her. Then we basically see all of that growth regress in season 3. All I know is by the end of season 3, he will grow to a place where he will become more selfless, and he will grow to a place where he knows that he can be selfish. He can prioritize what he wants. He can communicate what he wants. Potentially everything that he's ever wanted be on the other side of that. And same for him, just in a different way. I think we're gonna see the start of this truly unfolding with him in this next episode. And let me know what you think.